I see a lot of people complaining about the power scaling in Invincible, and there's one aspect of the conversation that I don't think enough people are really talking about. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and first off, I want to say that power scaling in general is kind of dumb the way most people talk about it on the internet. Yes, I understand that power scaling, when you have characters who are operating within a rule of systems and that you can gain up in this system, it creates dramatic stakes when there are actual fights, because you can understand why people are fighting and why this fight is so deadly because you understand the rules. But this doesn't really work in superhero comic books like Invincible or Marvel or DC, because every character is playing by a slightly different rule of physics, basically. Magic characters don't really translate to physics characters, or mutants don't always play by the same rules because sometimes their magic and mutation are intermixed on that front. It's a weird thing for superhero comic books to try to power scale directly, because A plus B does not always equal C on that front with superheroes. So you can't use the same logic that you would from a shonen manga and apply that in American superhero comic books, because again, there are so many very different sources of powers and they all have their own different rules associated with them, and they're not all being monitored by one editor who is like creating hard and fast rules by which these characters operate. But more importantly, directly to Invincible, the point I actually really want to talk about is that nobody is giving credit to the villains in Invincible who are getting better over time. Everyone is just assuming that the Viltrumites are the end-all be-all in the universe, when Nolan's book proved that's not true. The Ragnars can kill Viltrumites. Battle Beast can kill Viltrumites. The Viltrumites, yes, they are very strong because they are a population of people who are at that level. But they are not the only threats in the universe at that level of a Viltrumite on that front. And it really downcredits all the Earth-based villains who are strong, who do the work to get better and stronger on that front, who scale with our heroes as they grow stronger over time. And I feel like it just really doesn't take into account that, yes, there's a reason Nolan considered Earth a worthwhile investment. He wasn't just like, oh, we can take over these people, no problem. He was like, yeah, there might be something to breeding with these people on that front. I'm not saying that Nolan's reasoning for coming to Earth is good or valid on that front, but he did see potential in humanity as like someone to subjugate from his point of view, someone to expand their population with on that front, from the Viltrumites' egotistical perspective on that front. So it makes sense that there would be things on Earth that are worth Viltrumite attention on that front. So I just really wish that more people would give credit to the dragon that Liu becomes as being as powerful he is, or the Mauler twins stepping up their science game and figuring out ways around Invincible's invulnerability on that front. Give the villains of Invincible some credit.